Greater Dayton RTA Board of Trustees Public Board Meeting for Tuesday, May 1st, 2018 is hereby called to order. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The vision of RTA is to be a premier public transportation provider that connects people and communities. Our mission is to provide great value, dependable service, and to be responsive, timely, and accountable for all that we do. Our motto is, it's time to ride. Ms. Stanford, would you call the roll, please?
Yes, ma'am. Ms. Hurd?
Here?
Mr. Corrado?
Here.
Ms. Hairston?
Here.
Mr. Hoagie?
Here.
Ms. Howard?
Present.
Mr. Lumpkin? Ms. Matthews Stinson?
Present.
Mr. Williamson?
Present.
Mr. Weckeser?
Here.
Thank you.
Thank you. We have a quorum. We can conduct business. You have in front of you the agenda. Are there any changes that need to be made? Hearing none, then we will proceed with the agenda as printed and displayed. Next, we have the minutes from April 3rd, 2018. These minutes were presented for review to all board members prior to today's meeting. Unless there's any board member who requests a reading of the minutes, I will ask if there are any corrections or additions to the minutes as presented. Having heard no request for a reading of the minutes, nor any corrections or additions, the minutes stand approved as presented. The next item we have is the committee reports, beginning with the Finance and Personnel Committee. In Mr. Lumpkin's absence, Ms. Hairston will present his action items.
Action item number 2, as needed electrical services for RTA facilities and properties. The purpose of this procurement is for Greater Dayton RTA to contract with qualified contractors for as needed electrical services for RTA facilities and properties. This project is consistent with RTA's core values of safety, stewardship, and quality services as we demonstrate our commitment to maintain our facilities in a state of good repair and make our customers a priority. Mr. Bob Brzezinski presented the action item at our committee meeting, and the associated details are included in today's board package. Staff is available to answer any questions the board may have at this time. Based upon the recommendation of the Finance Personnel Committee, I move to award a contract to Calvin Electric and Castle Electric for 3 years of as-needed electrical services for a project total of up to $750,000 and for 2 option years for a project total of up to $500,000 for a total of $1,250,000 for as needed electrical services over the 5-year period. Work can be assigned to the individual firms based on availability, specialization, and project price. Annual blanket POs will be maintained with each firm for routine jobs, and other work will be handled with additions to the blankets or through standard purchase orders. Total spending will not exceed $750,000 for the base period and $500,000 for the option period, but may be less based on actual need. The motion includes ratification of $85,000 spent under small purchasing procedures for a grand total award of $1,335,000. This procurement will be funded 80% through federal grant funds.
I'll second that.
Okay, it's been properly moved and seconded that we award contracts to Calvin Electric and Castle Electric for a grand total not to exceed $1,335,000 for as-needed electrical services for RTA facilities and properties. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion carried. A contract has been awarded to Calvin Electric and Castle Electric.
Action item number 3, GenFair Software Support Agreement. Up until 2 years ago, GenFair provided ongoing support of their fare boxes and associated server systems at no charge. They would help troubleshoot issues, assist with limited repairs, and help change fare sets on fare boxes, ticket vending machines, which are TVMs, and printing and encoding machines, PEMs. GenFair now charges an annual fee for their support. The fee covers minor version data system upgrades and patches and grants priority issue resolution. Additional benefits under the agreement include 5% discount off of OEM spare parts, repairs, software upgrades, system support services outside the scope of this agreement, and some types of training. 1 system-wide fare structure update per year, and 1 data system database rebuild per year. This procurement is being brought to the board at this time because it supports RTA's core value of good stewardship. Mr. Tim Harrington presented the action item at our committee meeting, and the associated details are included in today's board package. Staff is available to answer any questions the board may have at this time. Based upon the recommendation of the Finance Personnel Committee, I move to award a contract to GenFair, a division of SPX Corporation, in the total amount of $39,500 for a 1-year software maintenance agreement, plus $40,685 for 1 option year, for a grand total award amount not to exceed $80,185. The GenFair software maintenance agreement will be funded with 100% operating funds.
I'll second that.
It's been properly moved and second that we award a contract to GenFair for software support not to exceed $80,185. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Okay. Motion carried. The software support agreement will be issued to GenFair not to exceed $80,185.
Action item number 4, Retiree Death Benefit Plan Actuarial Study. Board trustees established a life insurance trust in 1986 for the purpose of setting aside funds to pay death benefits to the estates of former employees retired from the Greater Dayton RTA. As part of the 2017 year-end audit, Madison Consulting Group has concluded a central estimate of discounted benefits of $1,027,938 to fund $2,152,500 in death benefits for 382 retirees. A discount rate of 5% was assumed in making the calculations. Ms. Mary Stanforth presented the action item at our committee meeting, and the associated details are included in today's board package. Staff is available to answer any questions the board may have at this time. Based upon the recommendation of the Finance Personnel Committee, I move to increase the life insurance trust by $127,878 to fund the December 31st, 2017 life insurance trust obligation.
I second.
It's been properly moved and second that we increase the life insurance trust fund by $127,878. There was some additional information left at your places today by Ms. Stanford. Are there any questions? Okay. All those in favor of increasing the life insurance trust fund, please indicate by saying yes.
Yes.
Opposed, say no. Motion carried. We will be increasing the life insurance trust fund by $127,878.
That concludes the action items for the Finance Personnel Committee.
And now we are into the report. Shall we let Mr. Lumpkin do that since he's here, or do you?
Wonderful thing.
Oh, please carry on.
We'd hate to step on your toes. We're at the Finance and Personnel Committee report.
Okay. I apologize for my tardiness, but we had a power outage at my office, and I had to pick up one of the most beautiful young ladies I've ever met in my life back there, so she was not stranded. So, January 2018 sales tax update. Subsequent to our meeting, Ms. Stanforth reported the 2018 receipts are $3,000 lower than budget. This difference is very small, and essentially, after 1 month of receipts, we are on target with budget. The March 2018 financial statements. Ms. Stanforth reported that the RTA's March 2018 net income after local depreciation is $345,216 compared to a budgeted income of $310,804. March 2018 year-to-date net loss after local depreciation is $330,626 compared to a year-to-date budgeted loss of $671,507. So the details associated with the financial statements are included in the committee package. After 3 months of operations, RTA realized a $340,881 positive variance as compared to budget.
Thank you, Mr. Lumpkin. Now we have the Planning Committee. Ms. Howard.
Thank you. The Finance, Personnel, and Planning Committees met for a jointly held meeting on April 17th, and as a result, the Planning Committee is recommending one action item for the board's consideration. Action item number 5, transit fare adjustments, Paris Transit Monthly Pass. The purpose of this action is for the RTA to improve accessibility and expand payment options for Connect paratransit customers by introducing a monthly pass to the existing fare pay structure. This action item supports RTA's core value of quality service. The monthly pass will cost $115 per month and is eligible for use in the calendar month the perch is identified for. The discounted value of this paratransit monthly pass is equivalent to that of RTA's reduced fare monthly pass. Customers will be able to purchase the monthly pass from select RTA transit centers or by calling the RTA Finance Department to purchase by phone. Travel under the monthly pass is available for both complimentary ADA and county-wide services. Mr. Brandon Polachicchio provided a detailed explanation at our committee meeting, and the supporting information is included in today's board package. He is available to answer any questions you may have. Based upon the recommendation of the Planning Committee, I move to approve the paratransit monthly pass to become effective on June 1st, 2018, and that the Chief Executive Officer be authorized to carry out all actions necessary to make these changes.
Okay. It's been properly moved and seconded that we adopt a revised fee structure to be effective June 1st of this year, and that we also authorize the CEO to do all things necessary to implement the new fare structure. Any questions? Okay. All those in favor say yes.
Yes.
Opposed say no. Okay. Motion carried. The paratransit monthly pass with the new fare structures has been approved. Do you have a report?
Yes. In addition, at the committee meeting, Mr. Polachicchio provided a summary document of recent activities in the Customer and Business Development Department. The highlight of the meeting was a presentation of RTA's Transit Network Redesign Project presented by Project Manager John Hoff. John discussed RTA's vision, which will focus on providing more frequent, accessible, and reliable services.
The overall goal of the redesign is to deliver the region a mobility network that is accessible and easy to use for all. Over the coming year, RTA will conduct extensive outreach to employees, customers, and community stakeholders throughout the region. This concludes my report, Madam President. Mr. Policicchio or I will be happy to answer any questions you may have.
Thank you. Do we have any questions on your report at this time? No. Hearing none, we will move on to the Investment Advisory Committee.
Thank you, Madam President. The Investment Advisory Committee met on April 19 for an informative session regarding RTA's investment portfolio. Current topics in the investment arena, sales tax, and fuel hedging. The committee is bringing forth one action item today for the board's consideration. RTA has had an investment policy in place effective in 1985. Periodically, the policy has been reviewed and revised to reflect changes in the Ohio Revised Code or other changes by entities referenced in the policy. Generally, such revisions have occurred roughly every 5 to 7 years. The last revision was in 2012. Given the recent change in investment advisors by the RTA, management and the Investment Advisory Committee concluded that a review of the investment policy was in order. Accordingly, the committee brings forth the following action item number 6, which consists of the following revisions to the investment policy. Number 1, removal of the reference to Student Loan Marketing Association, which is no longer a government agency or instrumentality. Number 2, expansion of the definition of certificates of deposit or deposit accounts to include a reference to the Ohio Revised Code section 135.354, which incorporates FDIC insured certificates of deposit, CDARS, and STAR Plus. 3, removal of the provision for municipal bonds issued by political subdivisions to be located in this county. This provision is no longer contained in ORC 135.35. 4, expanded maximum percent permissible to be invested in commercial paper increased to 40% and a maximum maturity to 270 days. Included limitation of 5% per issuer. This language will now be aligned with Ohio Revised Code 135.35. Next, removed requirement that bankers' acceptances be eligible for purchase by the Federal Reserve, as this requirement is no longer contained in ORC 135.35. Next, added language to permit investment in corporate bonds with a maximum maturity of 2 years. This language is aligned with ORC 135.35. Next, modified collateral requirement for pooled collateral to align with Ohio Revised Code 135.182. Finally, replace the reference to National Association of Securities Dealers to the current regulatory agency, Financial Industry Regulation Authority. Or those of you who are into acronyms, replace NASD with FIRA. Is it? National. Mr. Lumpkin has commented to me that it should be FINA. NRA. There's an N missing. National regulation. So I will make that change to the recommendation for action item number 6. It should be FINRA. Financial Industry National Regulation Authority. Thank you, John. With that addition to what's in the board packet and what I have just stated, and based upon the recommendation of the Investment Advisory Committee, I move that the Board of Trustees approve the revised RTA investment policy as detailed in today's board package as amended and in today's board meeting.
Second.
It's been properly moved and second that we update RTA investment policy number 9 as presented and with the one correction. Are there any other changes or comments, questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say no. Motion carried. We will be revising RTA's investment policy up to policy number 9.
The remainder of my report, Madam President, is that at our meeting, Ms. Eileen Stanek from Meter Investment made her financial presentation and review of our portfolio. She began with an economic update with regard to United States domestic growth. The gross domestic product forecast indicates an increase of about 2.5% for 2018, which is comparable to the growth seen mid to late 2017. Oil and gas fuel pricing. Since January's meeting, prices have continued to rise. Currently, we are seeing about $69 per barrel. Both the Syrian war as well as possible Russian sanctions could cause further price escalation. The Federal Open Market Committee decided to raise the target range for the Fed funds rate to 1.50 to 1.75%. This was the first meeting with the new Fed chairman, Mr. Jerome Powell. Information received since January indicates the labor market and economic activity has continued to strengthen. Market-based measures of inflation compensation have increased in recent months but remain low. The actual path of the Fed funds rate will depend on the economic outlook as informed by incoming data. The FOMC continues to expect inflation to remain moderate, allowing the committee to continue on a gradual path of policy normalization. 4.1% unemployment rate is unchanged since January's meeting. This is considered a full employment state, with employers continuing to find difficulty in finding qualified employees. Stanek reported RTA's investment portfolio stands at $38.24 million as of the date of the meeting. It carries a weighted average maturity of 2.1 years. The weighted average yield on the portfolio is 1.58%, and 2018 estimated annual interest income is $604,018. Since last quarter, the annual interest income projection has increased by $104,000. And parenthetically, I believe some of that is due to our investment in some of the commercial paper that Meter has advised us upon. Meter's recommendations include the Federal Reserve appears poised to raise the federal funds target rate 2 more times in 2018. Following those rate hikes, the market is only pricing 1 to 2 more increases over the next 5 years. Given the outlook for rates to increase short-term, Meter recommends shortening the portfolio. Number 2, commercial paper continues to add value over all products with a maturity of less than 1 year. Meter recommends continuing to build our allocation in commercial paper. And number 3, callable securities are currently offering value over securities with non-callable structures by 20 to 25 basis points. Meter favors a blend of call protections ranging from 3 months to 2 years. Committee members unanimously agreed with Meter's above stated recommendations, and this will be the path followed until the next committee meeting. Ms. Stanforth reported that the 2017 fuel hedging realized losses total $175,612, and as of March 31st, unrealized gains $134,270. RTA continues to unwind its fuel hedging activities, and all contracts will be sold by the end of October of this year. I then closed the meeting by stating that the next Investment Advisory Committee meeting is scheduled for July 19th. There is a possibility that date may be changed or canceled. Madam President, that concludes my report.
Thank you, Mr. Williamson. Are there any questions? Okay. Let's move on to the CEO's report. Mark?
Thank you, Madam President. Just a few items I want to just highlight, and once again thank many people in the crowd here today and others at RTA, including Nathan Owens, who led our effort on Saturday to adopt a house in the Carillon neighborhood. The homeowner, she was sweet, and we just constantly heard all day long how happy she was with the work we were doing. I also want to report to you that Director Caldwell over there, he even looks GQ when he's demoing carpeting and working in the yard. He looked great out there. You know, I was very disappointed in my own appearance for the event, but he's always working it, and I wanted to highly recommend that Jessica get her husband a good set of knee pads so that he will continue to come out and work. You need those long before he gets to be my age. We can make a recommendation for you there, but there was a great turnout on Saturday, and those are always fun events for us. You go home tired if you go to one of those events, but it was a great event. So a good thing. I'm sure we'll be involved again on the last Saturday of April next year as well. Also at your place, there's a memo. You'll see a copy of a memo from Mary to me. It's in regard to the discussion we had about the retiree death benefit, the fact that we self-fund that, and the discussion that we had at the committee's, joint committee's meeting on things we're doing, just to follow up on some of the questions the board had. And then finally, a little oversight on our part. About a year ago, the board approved us going to a semester pass as an experiment for Sinclair. We neglected to consider the summer semester, which is a much shorter time frame, and because of that, we're going to ask you today to act on a new business item that is also in front of you so that we can reduce the cost for the summer semester this year. And unless there are questions, that's all I have to report.
Okay. At this time, I don't have any old business, so let's move right into the new business item. In March 2017, the RTA Board of Trustees approved the creation of the Sinclair Community College Semester Pass Pilot Program, which started in 2017 for the fall semester and will run through the 2018 fall semester. In order to ensure the pass is properly priced for the 2018 summer semester, which is shorter than other semesters, the RTA recommends reducing the price point from the current price of $175 to $110. This is a 30% discount, which is representative of the discount available for the other semesters based on the days of usage. Sinclair's summer semester runs from May 14th through August 5th, and the pass would be valid from May 13th through August 10th. The discount would only be applied to the 2018 summer semester and would resume being sold at the $175 price point for the 2018 fall semester. It is the Chief Executive Officer's recommendation that the Board of Trustees approve and adopt this one-time discount for the 2018 Sinclair summer semester pass at a price of $110 per pass. Do we have any questions or comments? Okay, then I would entertain a motion based on the recommendation to approve and adopt this one-time discount for the 2018 Sinclair summer semester pass at a price of $110 per pass.
So moved. Second.
It's been properly moved and second that we approve and adopt the one-time discount for the 2018 Sinclair summer semester pass at a price of $110 per pass. Any questions? Okay. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say no. Okay. Motion carried. The Sinclair summer pass at a price of $110 has been approved. Do we have any requests for public comment?
No, ma'am.
Let's start with board member comments, and we'll start down here. Ms. Howard?
I have nothing. I am glad that spring is finally here.
I would like to thank the staff for their participation in helping a homeowner in Dayton.
No other comments.
That's a good one.
No other comments?
I want to thank Ms. Harrison for stepping in for me. Thank you for being good back there. You will get your ice cream.
That's on the record. No other comment.
Is there a need for an executive session today?
I hope not.
Well, hearing no request for executive session, the next item is adjournment. You do see the upcoming dates. We will know closer to July 3rd whether or not we'll have a meeting that date, and the same with June 19th. So is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second?
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Nays will not be accepted, but just in case, is there anyone opposed? Meeting adjourned.